Hello everyone and welcome back to another podcast episode. My name is Sophie and I'm the creator of Loaf Knits. Today I just thought that we could talk about some different makes that I've finished and some that are along the way, some whips, and Christmas in general, because we've just all had our Christmas break if you celebrate, and for me I've had a month off of school to recuperate and get ready for my next semester. So let's jump into it. So first, you may notice I'm wearing a finished object. This is the Caroline sweater by Knits by Summer, who is a good friend of mine. I used Cascade Eco Plus and Drops Alpaca. It's just such a pretty color of green. It kind of reminds me of avocado a bit, but it kind of looks mossy. I really like it, and I think it goes well with my hair color. I'm so excited to wear it this winter because sometimes I make sweaters and they just end up being way too itchy or they're just not the right fit, but this is such a good fit. I'll stand up. See, like the ribbing and everything, it's like such a good length. But yeah, it's just perfect, and honestly, people might think I'm biased because I'm close friends with her or that it's sponsored or something, but this is actually like one of my very favorite sweaters I've ever made, maybe even my favorite. I think it's just really perfect. So this is a drop shoulder construction, so you start with a back yoke and then pick up stitches on the front and then you work down, and then pick up stitches on the sleeves and collar. It's just literally all the measurements were perfect. Sometimes I like to make things like more cropped or longer, but since I was test knitting, I decided that I would like to make it just as she mentions, like however many centimeters to work, and it actually fits really nice. One of the best patterns I've worked. Yeah, so it's also a really cheap project for me because Cascade Eco Plus, it took me just under 3 skeins. I was kind of playing with yarn chicken. I was a little worried that because of the double folded neck, I wasn't sure if I would make it with 3 skeins, but I even shortened the sleeves and they fit like actually perfect. It's kind of insane how good this fits. And the wool and the alpaca, like, I'm not itchy at all. And normally I'm very sensitive, like mohair. I feel like I can't wear mohair, but I'm not ready to come to that conclusion in my life at this point because it's just way too freaking pretty that I can't bear to part with mohair. It's just so nice. But, you know, after making something without mohair, I'm kind of like, you know, I think I might be okay if I don't use mohair anymore, but I have a lot of mohair to use, and maybe better quality mohairs will prove to be less itchy. So yeah, only use 3 skeins of Cascade Eco Plus for this, which comes to, oh wait, was it 2? Might have only been 2. Yeah, it was only 2 skeins. Guys, that's crazy. So yeah, I think it was 2, because I think they're like about 30. Anyway, I'll write in the description how many skeins I used because currently, wait, no, it is 2. Never mind, it is 2. Folks, we have it here. It's 2 skeins. So it's a very economical Eco Plus type of project. Also, as you can see here, I have some tea. Of course, it's a necessity when you're talking a lot and then your throat gets dry, but this is one of my mom's mugs and she got it from the thrift store and it's literally the prettiest ever. I love it so much. And I'm drinking some tea from a local tea shop called Stonehouse Teas and drinking Market Spice, which is rooibos. Would recommend. I think they also have an online store, so I'll link that as well. Okay, so let's get to some different little objects and yarn. So first, I wanted to show what I'm currently working on. So what I'm currently working on, my second sock. Quite amazing if I do say so myself. see here. So here is my second sock, and here's my first sock. These are the vanilla latte socks, which I mentioned in my last video, which I will also link in the description. They're literally just gorgeous. Look at them. Beautiful. And they fit really perfect. I did do a cast on that's a little bit iffy, a little tight, but I think with blocking it'll help. And I have noticed that my tension is tighter on the second one. As you can see, it's just a bit smaller, which is not good. But I've tried to loosen up as I've started the half ribbing, broken rib, 6x2 broken rib. So I think that'll help. So yeah, killing it on the second sock. Be proud. Lots of people were commenting and were encouraging me to keep going, persevere, be strong. So here I am. I'm trying my best, guys. Thank you for your encouragement, and I am really excited to be done this sock. I work on them with double pointed needles, and I've been using 4 needles total, but like 3 to start, and then using a 4th one to knit with. Also, very sorry, my nose is kind of running right now. It's cold in here. But yeah, I'm very proud of it. And then the 5th one I'm just keeping in here because it works. Honestly, if I keep it in here, I feel like it's more reliable than keeping it anywhere else because it just stays in here. I also feel like I'm going to have extra. I could be wrong, but like this is a lot of yarn, it feels like. And I was thinking if I paired it with like a white mohair and make like a baby toque or something, that would be so cute. Maybe some mittens, I don't know. By the way, I'm not having children anytime soon. I just find that kids knits are really, really fun, and some of my friends are having babies, so it's just overall a really good time and a good way to use some yarn that you have left over, stash bust, and yeah. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you some Christmas presents. Let's see here. Okie dokie. First, knitting for Olive Merino. Prized possession. Gorgeous. It's in the color oatmeal and dye lot. Actually, I don't need to tell you what the dye lot is. But it's the Merino. So 250 meters. I've been trying to think of a toque that I could do with these 2 bad boys. So please, if you can think of a good toque pattern, preferably stockinette, that would use up to 250 meters of fingering and lace weight yarn, please tell me. But look how beautiful these are. These are from my mom. She got them for me, and my dad too. I always say mom because my mom picks them out, and then my dad helps pay for it, of course. And of course, maybe my dad had some thought into it as well, but I usually default to mom by accident. Sorry about it. But actually, I retract. 250 meters? No, 225. Do you have a toque pattern for 225 meters? Please. Preferably in stockinette. That'd be really cool. But also ribbing. If you know of some that are like in ribbing or a different pattern, let me know. I'm always down to find new patterns. So yeah, look at this color. She's gorgeous. I feel like it'll look really nice on me. And I really like neutrals. Kind of match my pants. Okay. Next, I got some more yarn for Christmas. Same kind. So yeah, reiterating, like same color, same vibes. If you can find me a pattern for this, that would be fantastic. So we have this gorgeous blue. Kind of reminds me of hydrangeas. But they say poppy blue. I've never seen a blue poppy, but I think that's so cool. So yeah, again, merino, mohair. What do they call it? What do they call it? Soft silk mohair. I know I said earlier that I might be allergic to mohair, but I actually think this is way softer than some. And I think I'm building a tolerance because this isn't itching me at all, which is crazy. But I also think that blocking made like a huge difference. Like I blocked it yesterday or 2 days ago, and I used, where'd I put? 1 second. I mentioned this in the last video, but I hadn't used it yet. But now I've used the Wool Wash by Sorella yarn. It's so nice. I don't think it's showing up super well, but it's in the scent. I almost said color. That's what I'm used to saying. Scent sweater weather. It smells really good. So I actually blocked 3 things yesterday. Speaking of which, I forgot to bring one of them upstairs, so I'll do that in a minute, or in a while, I think. Yeah, but this works really well. Made my clothes so soft, smells so good. Yeah, I'm literally just like obsessed. Yeah, the other day I finished 3 different things. Well, one of them my boyfriend made with me, so I think that one's called the baby bear hat. I'll insert a photo. It's called the baby bear hat, and I'll also insert who created it. I don't remember who made the pattern, but it's like a brown baby teddy toque, and it has like some ties down here, and it's super cute. And our friends who are having a baby soon, we decided to make it for them, but it was mostly my boyfriend. He chose the pattern, he chose the yarn, and he knitted it for most of it. So he started with one row of, he cast it on using the long tail cast on method, then he did 1 row of ribbing, and then he hated it, and then I did the rest of the 3 rows of ribbing, and then he worked in stockinette, and then we got to the part where we decreased, and he had never done knit 2 together before, and so he did some of them, and then I did some of them, and then when we had to start magic looping, I did some of that because that was just going to be a little too difficult for him, and then I got carried away and accidentally pulled it when he wanted to, but sorry about it. At least we forgave each other for these mistakes, crucial mistakes. And then I knitted the ears, and then he sewed them together and sewed them onto the hat and did a very good job, by the way. This is his second project. His first project was in grade 4, a scarf for his teddy bear, and so yeah, I'm very impressed by him. So yeah, that's another one of the things I finished. And then I also finished the hipster hat by Petite Knit, in the man size. Man. Because my dad has way bigger noggin than me. Not that much bigger, actually. One thing I found out is that sometimes people's heads look big, but they're not actually that big, like compared to mine. Like I was like, oh, I have a small head, but my head's actually just average. Guess that means that, I don't know, like does head size equate to brain size? And does brain size equate to smartness? I don't think so. But my head circumference is 56 and my dad's is 58, which actually isn't that much of a difference. And then Walter, my boyfriend's head, is also 56, which is like, no, 58, which is also like another dude. So like, I don't know, maybe it's just is that way. Where was I even going with this? So yeah, hipster hat by Petite Knit. I used double Sunday. I'll insert the color and everything. And what else was I gonna say about this? I also finished that on the same day, so I blocked this, I blocked the teddy bear toque, and the hipster hat all in one day. So pretty proud of myself. It felt really good to have like 3 things like finished. So happy to check those things off my list. And something super cool, I'm pretty sure that this sock is my only whip right now. So if I could have some applause for that, that would be wonderful. Okay, something else I was going to show is that I also have this that I haven't used yet, which I think is a nice color on me. It's in the color Petroleum Green, which is kind of like a funny name, because like I think Knitting for Olive is a pretty like, what's it called? sustainable brand. Petrol, fuel, gas, I don't know, kind of funny name to me. Like, nothing against that, but I thought it was kind of ironic. So these two colors, they're simply gorgeous. Yeah, so this again is the Merino and the soft silk mohair. So if you can once again help me to find a tuque pattern, that'd be super cool. Or anything else, like if you have like another idea for me, like maybe, I don't know, surprise me. But I think tuque would be the way to go for all of these because I really like wearing tuques. Okie dokie. Next, this is kind of like a knitting for olive moment. I wanted to show you these that I made last year. These are patterned by Knits by Summer, classic. These are called the Gazelle gloves. I don't know if it's Giselle or Gazelle. I think it's Giselle. Giselle gloves. And they're really cute, but they don't like fit me super well. So I was gonna give them to my mom, but they're also kind of like two completely different sizes. Can you tell? Yeah, because these are bigger than these. So yeah, I didn't do a gauge swatch when I was like making them earlier in the year, I think last year. I'll insert a photo, but like, yeah, I wasn't very good and I didn't do a gauge swatch, which was silly of me. Excuse me. But I was thinking, should I frog and redo them, or should I just like give them to my mom even though they're two different sizes? So if you have any suggestions for me, let me know. And these are really soft. I don't think I'd be too sensitive to this on my head. But yeah, I don't know. Like, should I just make 2 more pairs and I don't know, and redo? I'm not sure. Or should I undo and use the 2 full skeins for something else? I'm not sure. But yeah. I also didn't do a very good job of seaming here. But that's alright. Okay, next thing I want to show. I got these for Christmas. They're so comfy. So if you crochet, this is your sign to make yourself some handmade slippers. Don't know what the pattern is or anything. I went to Alberta for my Christmas break, for some of my Christmas break, to visit my boyfriend's family. Yeah, these were made by a Hutterite colony, and they're so cool. So don't got a pattern for you, but like, I feel like these are really nice. Probably wouldn't be too hard to make. I could be wrong. I don't know anything about crocheting, but they're really comfy. Yeah. Okay, next. I got some cashmere socks. Wow. For Christmas. They're really comfy. Really would recommend. They kept my feet so warm. It was amazing. And they're really comfy. Like I've mentioned that I get kind of like itchy with some animal fibers, but beautiful. Those are really good. Would recommend. Okay, I'm gonna take a moment to sip my tea. Okay, something else, because I was going through my stash, I was like, I have a lot of yarn. I feel like I was looking for something to make. No, so I don't know if you've heard of the app called Lucky Sweater. It's an app where you can exchange yarn or handmade items. So I've kind of bought something that is like handmade by someone, but on there, like, this is really bad explaining, but like a toque or like some pants that somebody like sewed or something, so anything handmade. But there's also like yarn and like fibers for like making things. And so I've been trying to sell some yarn on there, or trade for some yarn. It's not selling. Such bad explaining, holy moly. But basically you can trade for something else to make to kind of like live more sustainably. So if I have some yarn that somebody else wants and someone else has yarn that I want, then like we can trade, and it kind of helps to not create more like capitalism, I guess, in terms of like buying things and instead just like trading. I don't know, I just feel like it's more economical and better for everybody because you don't have to spend as much money and you can just trade. And it kind of helps people to not keep too much of what they have. So I found these two in my stash. This is, what's it called? Berroco Vintage. It might be DK. I think it's DK. It looks pretty thin. Yeah, I think it's Berroco DK, but I don't actually know. Berroco Vintage DK. And then I found Sandnes Silk Mohair, which I think actually might be like not going anymore. Like they're not like making it anymore. But I did see it on sale at like some yarn store, so I thought maybe they might not be making it anymore, but I totally could be wrong. So don't trust me on that one. But I found these, and I thought this would be a cute too. I have too many options. It's really hard to choose. And I even have way more in my stash that I really need to get rid of. But I'll get around to it. It's not something I can really do to purge. I think I'll just keep slowly minimizing and using and putting some stuff on Lucky Sweater. So if you want some of my things from Lucky Sweater, I'm going to be listing some things on there. And you can just let me know if you want something. I'll insert a link in the description. Okay. Let's see, what was I going to show next? So, as I was looking through my stash, I also found 4 skeins of this Alpaca Bouclé. I've never worked with Bouclé before, but I thought it would be really fun to make like another type of like bear sweater or something. I feel like that'd be really cute because it's like fuzzy and kind of like a bear. I've also seen a picture on Instagram. I'll insert the picture and the creator on there, but of this really cute like panda bear sweater. Well Loved Knits reposted it, and so I found it and I was like, oh, that's so cute. And I thought it would be really fun to do with like this bouclé. I haven't checked gauge or anything, but I thought that would be really fun. But I do have 4 skeins, so it's kind of like, do I want to make a full sweater with it, or do I just want to create like a little teddy bear face? I don't know. It's really hard to decide. Yeah, but I was originally gonna make Well Loved Knits like the bouclé bucket hat, but then I kind of that didn't end up being my style anymore, but I still think it's super cute. Okie dokie. Alright, last 2 things. I want to show one more thing I got because I was just really excited about it. I got this Dreamy Nights Restful Routine Kit by Sage. I love Sage so much. So I got this for Christmas. It was on my list, and it has some really cute things in it. It has like sleep well. It's like a sleep mist that you can like probably spray on your bed. And then there's some essential oils, like some rollers that you can put on your wrist. One of them is Sleep Well. It's the same as the other one. And Power Down. So, good vibes. Smells super good. And, whoa! That scared me. Oh, this smells like Fruit Loops. I have this Dreamy Bedtime Coconut and Shea Body Butter. So I'm very excited about these because I'm a Sage girly. I don't know. I feel like it's a Canadian brand, but I could be wrong. It might be from the States. But yeah, I just wanted to share that because it's really nice. Smells good. Would recommend. And I think they're also having a sale, but I could be wrong. So don't come at me if I'm wrong. Yeah, and speaking of things that smell like Fruit Loops, I was at the store yesterday. I found a candle that smells like Fruit Loops. So yummy smelling. Kind of wish I got it, but also it's okay. And I just want to show these sock blockers. I clearly haven't had to use them yet because I have second sock syndrome, but I am hoping to be finished that sock really soon. So I think I'll use these to do some blocking for the socks. I think. Yeah, let's see if I can fit it on here. Yeah, but I am pretty excited about these socks. I think they're super cute. I think I have like the smallest size, but I might also have a medium size. I'm not sure. Ah, this is so nice. Yes. This is a proud moment for me. Because socks, I feel like, are not an easy feat. They're hard. Yeah, I'm kind of just admiring this right now. I didn't even mention the yarn. This is Lichen and Lace 80/20 sock. In the color, I don't know what the color is. It might be wildflowers or pressed flowers. I think it's something to do with flowers, but I'll also include that in the description. So, yeah, I think this concludes my second knitting podcast. I hope you had a great time. I hope that you enjoyed listening to me ramble, and I hope that this brought you some sort of entertainment and inspiration. Have a wonderful January, and I don't know when I'll put out another video, but until then, see you next time. Bye bye.